All right, how to take your failure and apply it to your long-term growth. So this is really interesting. You might be listening to this and thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm going to fail fast, I'm going to move faster, etc." But how do I really know where this is going to take me in the long term? How do I make this less tactical and more strategic for my business? So this might get a little evangelical, but I am all about a quarterly planning process. Now, whatever interval it is, right? I'm a huge fan of Traction, the Entrepreneurial Operating System by Gino Wickman. So we have adapted versions, right? Because we also believe in adapting things for your needs of basically the EOS model of quarterly planning. If you haven't checked out his stuff, go check it out. I've probably ranted about it in a lot of videos already. But the really important thing is to make sure, in the last video, I talked about having regular check-ins, weekly, monthly, quarterly, etc. It's important that you have some sort of regular check-in that is outside of your normal business that really takes the time to reflect on all of the things you have done within that period of time and look at it at a higher level. So we love quarterly, my business BFF does a 60-day cycle version because she finds 3 months is too much. Honestly, both of those models are super great. I will admit that at the end of 3 months, sometimes you're starting to lose a little bit of momentum in those last few weeks. But we, use those last few weeks to start the quarterly planning process for the next quarter in the next session. The importance of this is to first of all celebrate what you've done, because a lot of the times you're focused on these failures, you're focused on moving forward, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. It's important to stop and really celebrate how far you've come and celebrate the things that were successful. It's also critical, I've ranted a little bit in these videos about asking why, right? That you look at, okay, why was something successful, but also why was something not successful? Now, I want you to be doing this all the time in your weekly check-ins, etc. But I just want to reiterate that time with the leaders in your business. Now, this can be your leadership team. We also do this for our marketing and sales. I say teams, but it's really just one chief person in charge of each of those. And then they sit down with the chief of ops and just navigate and discuss and talk. And this provides a sounding board that is more than one person. And even in my opinion, a little bit good sometimes to have someone, like the chief of ops who is not necessarily sitting in that seat all the time to bounce ideas off of, understand, what sort of failures that you have had were stepping stones on the path to success, and what sorts of things were drawing your momentum in different directions where maybe you can work to turn them into a stepping stone on the path to success, but maybe it's mostly because you're just not doing that thing anymore, that you're taking another step. And with that in mind, the third thing here for really turning this into a strategy for long-term growth is using the concept of failing faster to adapt better and win bigger, right? Not just like failing all the time, but this helps us adapt. This helps us grow in both a personal, emotional, mental, as well as a financial money sense. Also really important. I know that was more than the both imply. That was a lot of different things. It's really critical to understand what to say no to. And failing faster, adopting not just done as the new perfect mentality, but actually going that one step further and being like, we're going to embrace failure on the path to success and actually figure out ways to move faster and more strategically and efficiently. So much of that is understanding what to say no to. What distractions in terms of your strategies to say no to, what clients or prospects to say no to, right? Both people to work with and like saying no to ridiculous suggestions or ideas that they have in a graceful way. But no is really one of the strongest words and strongest concepts in your entrepreneurial vocabulary. And if there's one thing, I hope you gain lots of things from this, but I really hope that one of those things from this whole concept of failing fast is knowing that it's okay to say no to things. It's okay to say no to something that wasn't working out. It's okay to say no to a variation on a process that is actually not more efficient. And it's also okay to say no to people, projects, ideas that are not going to serve you and your business's growth and the value that you provide. Anyway, hope this was helpful. See you in the future. Have a great rest of your day.